Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Kiaju Watch Party. We got several people in the chat already. Hello to Curtis Shelby. Curtis has a great channel, a lot of very middle of the road political discussion. And Sci-Fi Sis Dan, how you doing? As you know, we do a watch party on Wednesdays and on Friday on his channels for Continuum and Reincarnated as a Slime. No, today I believe Teague is working right now. But if you want to come up, Dan, the link should be available in the Twitter group. Today, we're skipping over the Imbara from 1966. That is one of the more disappointing Godzilla movies, and after the week of tragedy we've had, we deserve one of the better Godzilla movies, which is 1967's Son of Godzilla. Supply from Direcco. Oh yeah, you're about to be blown off to Oz, aren't you, Gorilla? If you want to see a nice redneck APC, check out Gorilla's latest short, What He Did to His Car. Perfect for the apocalypse. And Eldritch Lord. The new name. Glad to see you here. We'll get started here in just a moment. But as I said, the movie we're skipping is very disappointing, so we may come back to it if there's demand for it, but quite frankly, it's Mothra, Godzilla, and an Red Lobster escapee. It's cheesy. It is lampooned all over the place. I believe MST3K actually did an episode on it. Multiple tornado warnings out of the west. Wow. Good luck with that, Gorilla. Same old Eldridge Bean. But we are skipping today to Son of Godzilla. This one is probably one of the top 5 Godzilla movies. As far as kaiju movies go, very heartwarming. We get Mini-Zilla, the first look at Godzilla's offspring. Becomes very, very popular with the kids. Not the same character that is featured in the cartoon of the 70s. Confuse them. That's this is Mini-Zilla, yeah. And that one is the name escapes me at the moment. Zuichi. Completely different characters. This one's much nicer. Doesn't fly, but feel like them a lot better. Let's get this started. If you want to watch along, the pinned comment will take you to the Cosme room. And thanks to high demand, this is in English. Oh, we got a beep. Hey, Teague.
Hey, Jer. How you doing? Oh, we're live.
Good.
Hello, everybody. Let me just put my penis away. Sorry I'm late. What's today's movie, and have we begun it yet?
Yeah, it's playing right now. We have 1967 Son of Godzilla.
Why would he have a? Why would he ever have a son?
Kapla Curtis.
Hello. As far as I can tell, Godzilla had it made. He was the only one of his kind. No one nagging at him to make more money, get a job. Nobody telling him that he couldn't collect stamps and do all the things that men like to do. And he goes out and he finds a Mrs. Godzilla. Now, are these guys after the child support?
Oh no, these guys are with the. I think it's the World Science Foundation. They call it.
I like how Godzilla's just one of those things. It's like something's wrong with the weather. It's like, oh, Godzilla's real tall. He probably just caused that. It's like, all right, yeah. That is a. We have seen that Godzilla footage before, haven't we? What's with his
May
eye?
have, yeah.
We've gone a step back with his eyes and believability, haven't we? Oh, look, it's Edo Island.
Monster Island.
Okay, I can read this. It says, sit right back and you'll hear a tale, the tale of a faithful ship. 5 passengers sailed that day aboard this tiny ship. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow, I believe it says, will be lost. Sorry, Jeremy, my Japanese is just a little rusty. Okay, with Gilligan, Skipper 2, the millionaire and his wife, Professor and Marianne. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. It said the movie star and the rest. They really shaft. Oh, there we go. I thought they were going to shaft Professor and Marianne, but we're on the island, Germ.
We do have a very nice Japanese Marianne in this.
Do we? I like how it's like, we're on the island. We better get our pith helmet type gear. And,
Well, of
and
course,
our
it's
medium.
the 60s.
Well, we're going to need some medium caliber rifles for Godzilla.
Oh, those aren't for Godzilla.
I like this decorative like font and designs that they're putting up on screens as though it was language. Wow. See that matte painting someone could have done, but they opted for wallpaper instead?
Oh, of course, much cheaper.
They screwed up, their shadows were on it. I don't trust this fucking guy. I told you the professor was going to be important in this.
Oh, yeah.
They're kind of going for a Forbidden Planet vibe, aren't they?
A little bit.
I got lost asking Grok hypothetical questions today, sir.
Oh, that must have been fun.
It was
Asking
very
anything in particular?
it was very validating. Yeah, I probably put a 5,000 word prompt in there. Let's just say everything that I've been thinking in my gut seems validated by Grok. In fact, it thinks I'm underplaying the likelihood of how things will work out in my mind.
Yeah, Grok's great for the old mental health, isn't it?
Well, it did tell me that because this weird mole on my leg didn't change for weeks and weeks, I should get it checked by the doctor, and that turned out to be an okay idea.
Yeah, getting a mole checked out by a doctor is always a good idea.
I wouldn't have known if not for Grok.
AI is already running your life.
I quite honestly think what happened was I put too much antifungal on it. I thought it was a fungal infection, and I like didn't use it as instructed, and it got like to look like a scab, and now it really does look like it could be something bad, but it's not because it is. It's because it started out as something else. So we'll see. I'm not particularly concerned. Who needs a leg? It's just a leg, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, like in the last couple movies, the UN is pretty much the world authority. They deal with some Japanese, and then a lot of the stuff is like UN Space Authority. This one's UN Agricultural Authority, so on and so forth.
And they just sent other Japanese people because that would just, they speak the language, literally. It bothers me that his business card is of better paper and has higher raised ink than mine. If this actor is still alive, I'm going to have to go kill him. I've noticed that in a lot of these movies, people act in a very punch in the face sort of way for prolonged periods of time, but no one ever calls them out and punches them in the face. Is that their
Yeah, that would be
society?
better. Yeah, to an extent.
Is that why Johnny Somali went there, Joe?
And that's why Johnny Somali is never going back.
Well, you know, he's never leaving, right? Isn't he doing like a 20-year stint in their jail? By the way, I think at this point I'd be confident enough to take off the life jacket. How about you?
No, he is still in danger of being tossed out to sea.
Did you see that lagoon? It's like a quarter mile walk out to like water that's beyond ankle deep. We can see the trope
Well,
of most
Gorilla,
Japanese. Hey, Gorilla, what's up?
all you missed is a nosy reporter found an island that he shouldn't be at.
And we're proving that most Japanese males smoked in the 1960s and 70s. Oh, they want to know too.
Run to the liquor store, watch. Hopefully, you're already stocked up, Gorilla.
Is everything okay in Gorilla's part of America, or is there going to be weather there or something?
Uh, he may or may not end up in Oz by the time the night's out.
Good luck, Gorilla. Be careful. There was a man in Austria who was really afraid of the idea that a tornado might get his house. And so what he did was he built a basement beneath his basement and he raised an entire family there with his daughter. What the hell is that?
That is essentially a giant praying mantis.
That was what I was thinking. Yeah, I might shoot that thing a lot more times. How about you?
If you think they're bad now, just wait.
What team is this guy trying to pretend he plays for? How did he go from reporter to cook?
Well, it's either be useful or throw you out to sea.
By the way, did you see how the barrel of the gun went right past his face?
Oh, they don't really like him.
Still, I think the Japanese NRA would have some problems with that kind of gun handling, don't you? You know, hold the rifle next to your head, not your head next to the rifle. I would not eat anything on that goddamn island. I don't know about how about you, Jerm?
I don't know. It seems to have a great effect on the wildlife.
You're gonna end up like 3,000 feet tall, or you're gonna have like freaking cancer or something.
Here's a highlight of the movie.
I didn't know Mothra was nearby. Why would she wear any kind of bathing suit living on that island alone? Check out that futuristic camera, Jerm.
Yeah, he must have got that out of a quarter worth of a vending machine. They never seen no native girl.
Don't be stupid, you moron. Guy's a real schmendrick, huh?
Well, he's been locked up on that island for 3 months with those people. Not great company.
No, these people are dicks. I received a challenge today, Jerm, that would probably kill most men.
What's that?
I have to not drink until August 28th.
What, this year?
Yeah, of this year.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Yeah, I can do that standing on my head. I have to take these like anti-toenail fungus pills for 3 fucking months. If you drink while you're on them, your liver explodes immediately. And your kidneys could like go off like one of those old rechargeable batteries.
Well,
Could
get
they
good
can you
incentive.
hear now? What's that, Chair?
Good incentive not to drink.
Yeah, to have nice toenails as an old man. But yeah, okay. Hey, Curtis. Does Gorilla live near Curtis? Is that why he's coordinating with running to get booze, or is he informing stream elements? Hey, tired blogger.
Oh no, there's several states apart.
Well, I mean, that doesn't mean you shouldn't run to the liquor store.
So far, Curtis gives it a 4.0.
They've got a pretty cool lab.
Oh yeah, top tech for 1967 budget.
How many TVs had to die to make that prop, huh?
Yeah, Curtis starts at 0 and builds his way up. Oh, you're gonna get quite high on this score.
Speaking of which, did you hear about the new Vietnam War movie coming out?
Which one is that?
I don't know what it's called, but it's U.S. soldiers versus the Viet Cong and dinosaurs.
Oh, great, dinosaurs.
Well, I mean, no one's ever done that in a Vietnam War movie before. Isn't it about time we got down to the real reason we lost?
Yeah, that'd be great to have the historical documents reflect actual history.
It was dinosaurs. Everyone knows that's the reason why in every Jurassic Park movie, no matter how impractical it seems to watch the movie, that they always want the dinosaurs as a military weapon. Don't you always find that baffling? It's like, how could you use these murder machines for anything?
Yeah.
What would you do? It's like, imagine if you elaborated what they were useful for. Well, we do want to drop like 100 of these velociraptors on an enemy civilian target.
Yeah, that would be a little messy.
And of no tactical value and totally outweigh the resources you needed to control these damn things. Somebody with a gun can still kill them too, you know?
Nice balloonmanship.
I think so, yeah. With that active balloonsmanship, I'm going to say that they've just passed Godzilla 97. It's really turning into a good movie. Didn't take long for this movie to pull past. Is it 97 or 98?
98.
98. Roland Emmerich needs a year between movies. Are they trying to unmonster the island?
Oh, weather control.
Right, they're going to freeze it.
Yep, now things go to hell. Not so bad for a fail weathered experiment. Some of you could be there the rest of your lives. They have a bit of a growth spurt. Now they're just going to try to shoot them.
How did that bug survive like an Arctic freeze?
Well, the radiation storm supersized them.
This island's fucked. The jungle also survived the Arctic freeze.
They never quite got the Arctic freeze. They're going for the Arctic freeze, and then they couldn't detonate the last element, so huge radiation storm. A giant egg.
We've seen
Whatever
this
could be
trope
in it.
before.
Oh, point for cool kaiju monsters. If you think they're cool, just wait.
What bothers me is no one in this. I don't like the lack of good leather jackets, but it's supposed to be really hot. So maybe we'll get to a point where we can see some, Germ.
Maybe, but it's going to be quite hot for the whole time.
Oh, I got it.
Till the
Okay, so
very
they were
end.
trying to freeze the island. It didn't work at all, and so with the erratic weather was just like it dropped to like 105 for a few days.
105, maybe a little bit low.
Those people are very dumb, sir. No
Yeah,
thanks to
his
that other
native
idiot.
gorillas are real.
They seem to have practice doing that, Germ.
Yeah, they just been banging on that egg for 3 days.
Are they trying to say that it took them days to come up with the with the term giant praying mantis for the obviously praying mantises that are giant? These guys are dumb scientists, Germ.
Well, only one scientist.
At least she's doing a good job of being hot.
Yeah. After days of work, they finally get into the egg.
It's son of Godzilla, Germ.
Yeah. Little Preemie Mia.
He's going to speak and talk to like a human, isn't he?
Not in this one.
That's unfortunate, Germ. Speaking, talking baby Godzilla presents us with a myriad of mysteries like when does Godzilla stop talking and being sentient and become like a city destroying monster?
Yeah, that's a very odd choice they did with that movie. Hey, he went heat mad.
He's not the only one. I'm going heat mad too.
Whatever it was, it suddenly got cured.
I think it's Godzilla.
Great way to cure heat madness.
The water's moving in the correct direction, but why does it always feel like they're running Godzilla's footage backwards?
Not backwards, but they cranked it up a couple of frames.
He's just a rather uncanny monster this time. We took a big step back with Godzilla in this movie, didn't we?
He looks pretty good.
I think his eyes suck. That'll teach them to build their base out of PVC tubes and erector sets, huh, sir?
Yeah, and never put it right in Godzilla's way.
No, I mean, you don't want to put it between the ocean and the Godzilla egg. Although on an essentially round island, what choice do they have? The 1 in 359 chance he walked that angle of approach just worked out against him, Germ. It happens sometimes, you know. Why doesn't he just atomic breath them all?
Well, the kid's in the line of fire. Hey, Godzilla just looks down at the kid and says, "Oh, he's puny." He wasn't expecting such a small kid. Multiple front suplexes. Godzilla's been watching wrestling between movies. And I think T crashed again. Poor little guy can't keep up. I guess that's what happens when you're a couple of decades premature. The little guy here shouldn't have been born until probably the late 70s, early 80s. Tamed the little guy. Oh, Daddy's back. And the little guy gets a ride. Welcome back.
Getting a little tired of that, you know?
Yeah, that would get frustrating.
Am I now at the point where it's happening to me too much to wonder?
I think it's something on your StreamYards and that is causing it. I don't see anyone else having nearly as much trouble.
Do you think it's because I use a different account to go onto StreamYards than I stream under?
I don't know.
I had LDG look at the computer, but what does that mean in the scheme of things, right? I'd like to hope that the reason why I'm having the problem is I did have like a whole week there where it didn't happen. Remember that glorious week about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that was unusual.
Then Windows updates forced themselves onto my computer.
Yeah, I don't know why you have so much trouble with that. All my Windows and all my everything update automatically. I've never had any trouble like that.
Mine does update automatically, but the thing is, when it gets any update of note, it seems to fuck with StreamYards for a couple of days. Either that or the person I delegated to figure out how to build this computer didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
That's always possible.
Why don't they just call it our war of aggression that failed? Wow, that's very Raiders of the Lost Ark, isn't it?
A bit.
Well, certainly of embarrassment after seeing how hot you are. Gimantus, bro. They are very lucky that Gimantus likes to demonstrate and show off for a while before he attacks. He likes to absorb a lot of bullets.
Nah, you couldn't care less about bullets.
This kaiju sucks at everything, though. Its body count is 0. By the way, Jerm, I protected America today.
Really?
Yes. I killed one of those invasive South Korean bugs that got here in the packing material a few years ago.
Well, that's always good.
It had it coming,
a good
sir.
bug is a dead bug.
It had it coming. That's right. I'm doing my part. Wait. She lives in a state of perpetual hotness. How could heat ever bother her, right? Like, not just her island, but the way she looks.
It does help.
Boy, look at this place, Germ. What a dump. It looks like my old apartment.
No, you have something in common with Godzilla then.
What, a child that I won't acknowledge and helicopter parent to? Not that I'll admit publicly. I've noticed Godzuki is sort of like a comical asshole.
Yep.
At what point does he become smart and deadly? This
They
idiotic creature could never become a Godzilla.
it takes them a while.
Well, I mean, for one thing, it's reasonable and life loving by nature here. It's good to know that Godzilla sleeps, though, or at least takes naps.
Well, he just swam 8,000 miles.
The things we do for our kids, right? Pretty hot. She's pretty hot. She's wearing drapes and she's pretty hot. She's Star Trek level hot, Germ.
Oh,
She could be a
definitely.
TOS chick.
Yeah, the little one is a very easy sell. That's a hell of a toss. And just when the little guy was getting his fruit.
By the way, Germ, if I sound a little bit preoccupied, it's because I crossed a milestone on Saturday, and it's a heavy responsibility.
Oh, what's that?
Well, I'm not just looking out for my life, but for 2,834 others, Germ. It's a burden
Oh,
of command.
congratulations.
Yeah, isn't that kind of cool? Yeah, we're gonna get to 3,000 soon, man. You were a big help in this endeavor.
Wow, Godzilla has a zero tolerance policy for skipping out training.
In all this heat, nobody bothers opening their shirt.
Well, that would be inappropriate.
I think it might have been because remember, Captain Kirk has foundation over his nipples every time he's bare chested in Star Trek.
Yeah, regardless of the circumstance, still have to play to those rating systems.
It's amazing they're not wearing ties, right? Oh, now she's all clothed up. They screwed up everything about these guys are dicks, Gerb. Can they die already?
Yeah, they
Please tell
just
me
have to
some of
suffer a
them.
little bit first.
Tell me some of them will pay the price for what they've done.
Well, they are going to have to fight a giant spider.
You can only do that for one of us at a time, baby. Oh, okay. Magic water, sorry.
Yeah, the rifle may come in handy in signaling for help. Because damn sure not going to do anything against any of those monsters.
No. Something tells me the Spiga is going to be a lot like a spider.
Good chance. Today's lesson. I guess that works.
Works for me.
See, Godzilla's the do it or I'll hit you type parent. Just needs a little encouragement. Not bad for a day's lesson. It's a whole lot of pink lemonade they had to use for that. Yeah, keep the gun next to the crazy guy. Finally, says something logical.
By the way, you might want to go on X and like my post attacking James Doohan's son for being a dick. I'm not saying everyone should do it just yet. It's not even explained. It's just red water, huh?
Yep.
Wow, that was one of the worst acting jobs of lighting a fake cigarette I've ever seen, huh? She survived 27 years on this fucking island. But now that they're here, she's suddenly going to need their help. What do you think, Jer?
Well, she's only been alone for the last 7. And be fair, there weren't giant monsters the entire time.
Giant Mantis is a new threat.
Yeah. And the spider's asleep 90% of the time.
The problem with the problem for Giant Mantis is he does not have any sort of dexterity. All right, well, Godzuki's here to save the day. Come at me, bro.
Didn't go quite as
good
well
as it could do. That's as good as it could do with the atomic cone, huh?
Yeah, I can't quite match what he did in training.
It's like when one
One
of the
hit and
Karate
he's on his
Kids gets
ass.
into their first fight, right? They think they're trained, but they're not. They're really not.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, right between the eyes.
This big cockroach is just taunting him. And here comes the spider. I would shoot Gimantis in one of its gigantical eyes. They would be easy to hit and probably have an effect on Gimantis. What do you think, Cherb? Waco, Waco, wake
Maybe
up.
just to piss him off. Well, he saved the girl. He did half the job.
He did what needed to be done, Germ. I hope it's only in the monster movies, but I mean, if this is true for all of them, the Japanese people tend to freeze up and stare for a long time when something very dangerous is happening, don't they?
Yeah, the monster has to have his moment in the sun.
Americans run away, sir. That sounded exactly like Mothra, sir.
No, they had a good sound effect.
It is good. See, Germ, in this movie, cigarettes save lives. Good thing the spider didn't try again, sir. It's Caesar. I mean, why put your. He's an idiot, sir. That's hilarious, but because they were cheating the shot, you know, like there was a stagehand working that big hairy leg.
Yeah.
He fired over the stagehand's head, make it look like he missed at that range. It was just kind of funny, right?
It'll take them all day to realize that they're not there anymore.
Who the fuck else would you think would be on that island when there's 5 people? One of whom is a female and the other one of which is you.
He found out you weren't there, and now he's pissed off. You left him in the lurch. He's embarrassed and angry.
I think Tolkien stole it from this, sir. Clearly, this is Tolkien. We've now found out Tolkien was a time traveler. He saw this movie and went back to the 30s and wrote it into a book.
A slightly scaled version.
The ones in The Hobbit are only like just so big. The ones in the one in Two Towers is Return of the King. Like that's its body is the size of a city bus. This spider cannot get a kill to save its life, bro.
He's still groggy.
If it gets anybody, I bet you the Gigantus like kill steals it from him.
And hopefully that didn't ruin the radio.
Well, I think they're okay, Germ. The bag's not even wet. I hate this fucking thing, Germ.
He wants more fruit.
By the way, Germ, sir, did you see who's creeping my X profile? All interested in me?
Who's that?
That would be Jerry Ryan, sir.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't know I don't understand why she visited my profile only to block me. I mean, I know she's in love with me. Probably shy, right?
Yeah.
Sure, it has nothing to do with me trashing Picard season 3.
Oh no.
I called her beautiful and said she was a great actress in every comment. I just said the show sucked and was woke garbage. And a waste of her talent and good looks.
Very complimentary. I don't see why.
Well, I lied about the talent, but it is a waste of her looks. Jerry, I forgive you. You can unblock me. And then when I thought about it for a while, you know what went through my mind, Germ?
Yep.
If I want her approval, I'll pay for it and have her do a cameo saying I'm great. That's how much her block means. Godzuki's
Nice.
getting a little better at the atomic cone, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's such a little dick, though. I hope this is the end of him.
Oh, just one a minute.
But I mean, we got him here. We can end him right here, Germ.
Poor Mantis was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I don't know, man. Gigantus isn't exactly endangered, right? Spider got to eat too. Am I right?
Yeah.
A lot of good ballooning in this movie, Germ.
Yeah. Makes up for the lack of models.
They don't have many models. This might be the first movie we've watched where the planes with the wire-guided missiles don't attack.
I think it is. Uh, Maybe one of the Astro Monster movies.
I think even they had a jet attack.
Ouch.
Whoa. That's got to be spider venom, right?
Yep.
So I'm guessing that Gigantus be pretty dead, huh?
Yep.
He had it coming. He was a troublemaker. I'm digging this Hawaii Five-O kind of music.
Yeah, they
That
did
is
a great
not
job
how
with the music.
I didn't. That is not how I expected those physics to work out. What was it that abortive cone spray? I mean,
The fire is counteracting it.
I get it. Is it fire? It's a blast of radiation, isn't it?
Radioactive plasma.
I think fire
Atomic
is
fire
plasma.
Exactly.
Does that mean the EPS conduits run the ship on fire in Star Trek?
Yep.
Steam's better.
Certainly a lot safer. But yeah, whenever they're talking about EPS conduits in Star Trek, you can just imagine veins of Godzilla breath going all through the ship.
It's really, but one of the things I'm really glad they dropped in Star Trek, probably my favorite thing they dropped, was when they didn't have their tech lingo right to talk about the biomechanical parts of the Voyager. So we just forget about them because we start getting into, wait, is your ship alive and made of stem cells? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, they shut up about that real quick.
It never comes back after season 3, though, does it?
Yeah, they don't like mentioning it.
By the way, Germ, Harry Kim's an admiral now.
I don't believe that.
He's in Starfleet Academy. He's an admiral.
Help your old man out. Yeah, like a stupid little guy.
There you go. You're getting the idea. They'll get old Shelob. They need to pull out the file of Galadriel and Sting. Godzilla's fire breath really, atomic breath really is for shit in this movie, isn't it?
Well, it works a lot better against humans.
And buildings and trains.
Well, yeah, those things are a lot more delicate than a giant spider.
I love their Santa efforts. Two atomic breath blasts, direct hits, killed that thing. I don't. It seems to be moving a little, Germ. There, yeah, it's alive.
He's just playing possum. Weather experiment works. So at least they did their job. Curtis
This is
gives a
wholesome
quarter
fun.
point
Like
for the
take it.
giant spider and a quarter point for the webs.
I would just say honestly, this is like good, clean, wholesome fun. Like bringing your kid to the range to try out the Bushmaster.
Yeah.
You know what? It's about time someone finally just set their kaiju model on fire. I've been waiting a long time for that. They didn't burn a city in this one. They had to burn something, right?
Yeah. And now they have a nice campfire.
It's got to smell like shit. And Godzilla's still got some poison to deal with, doesn't he?
Yeah, he got poked in the eye pretty bad.
Thought it got him in the leg. I don't understand why they didn't translate Godzuki or give us subtitles for what he's saying.
Well, they do in a couple movies. Trust me, it's not really worth it.
But, you know, I don't know his soul.
Little guy's getting left behind.
Buddy, I didn't see you in there. Hello, my friend. Oh, they're going to survive, aren't they? How does he know?
Well, this Godzilla spent about 5 years in a glacier after he lost Anguirus, and
Oh, that's
then fought
right.
King Kong.
Oh, my. That's actually a submarine.
Yeah, they had a leftover model from Godzilla vs. Kong.
This is a different kind of Godzilla movie, the feel-good Godzilla movie, and I really fucking hate it.
Yeah, this starts the age of the feel-good Godzilla movies.
Seems like they're ending the Godzilla thing here, right? It's like, well, we're going to put him on a character shelf and put him in the freezer. Get us a couple of American white guys to stand in back and look authoritative. We're on the island of misfit toys. All right, that doesn't say the end the same way it usually does it? That's different glyph.
Yeah.
Well, what was the idea that I was seeing the Toho GIF before?
No, it was the end before this is Godzilla Will Return.
Ah,
They were already advertising the next one.
good avatar, Curtis. Billy Idol said some very nice things about Ozzy Osbourne today.
But yeah, this was a slight hiatus on the whole beat 'em up Godzilla movies and more of the feel good semi beat 'em up Godzilla movies. Because in 2 movies after this is All Monsters Attack. That's the one where it's pretty much all in a schoolboy's imagination.
It's kind of cool. Gives you the freedom to destroy the whole world and have no consequences.
Yeah, at most there's a few reused fights in it.
That's too darn bad.
We do get King Caesar in that one. Oh, he crashed again. And let's see. I guess the final score Curtis gave it was a 6.5. So not too bad, starting from 0. This is personally one of my favorites. Up there with Anguirus and it that quickly.
Yeah, that was just me being dumb. I had the thing over the escape button in my hand, just tapped the mouse. So away I went.
Ah.
So what's next?
Next, we have. We don't need to go back and see that crustacean movie. 1968's Destroy All Monsters.
All right, that's the one you were talking about. Oh no, All Monsters Attack you were talking about. We have a lot of all monster movies. This is starting an age of all. Is there like an all monster trilogy?
This one has Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra and more obscure Japanese monsters sent by she aliens.
Damn.
And hello, buddy.
Yeah, he's hanging out in the theater. I didn't see him there at first. Is 69? I'm going to trust Buddy on that one.
Yeah, Destroy All Monsters is 68, and then the All Monsters Attacks is 69.
Okay.
Destroy All Monsters is the better one because as I said, it's All Monsters Attack is in a little schoolboy's imagination.
These monsters, they like to attack. That's the problem with them, Germ.
Well, it keeps the construction business going.
Sure does.
But what you got coming up, Dig?
What's today, Monday?
Yeah.
Tuesday, I'll be extorting you to hang out with me so that when I get kicked out of my studio, there'll be someone there. I guess, what do you think this time we try it at like 9? 9 or 10?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, prime time to stream in America. The only country named America that I would ever live in.
Anything else coming up?
Well, I mean, aside from the fact that I'm probably not eloping with Jerry Ryan, we don't know what next week's Star Trek episode will be, but we'll be going back to Enterprise, and yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday night and Thursday night, and maybe Friday. We'll find out. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
Sounds good. Right now, we should have the Wednesday watch party, but that is about 50-50 at the almost 50-50 at the moment. But
I thought it was the Wednesday political
we'll
roundtable or the Wednesday non-structured roundtable.
That's what it ends up being. But
I bet you by this time
you want. No rules apply.
I'm going to bet you right now $5 that by Wednesday we've got a bunch of arrests in all these fraud cases that we exposed a few months back, and then we'll have the trade deals on the table, and then we'll have Zoran in jail. I think Trump's going to have a big couple of days.
Yeah.
See Manila. Last you see of Manila in new footage, he shows up in Godzilla vs. Gigan from 72, but from prior. Thank you. But from prior footage, then not again until Final Wars from 04. Yeah, I don't know. Is that Godzilla's offspring? I'm been calling him Godzuki, yeah. But that's a different. Godzilla's just, he sows his wild oats. He's a terrible father.
Yeah, Godzuki's from the cartoon. Mia is the one you see in the movies. And
I want to know how that egg fell from the fucking sky.
I believe it's Godzilla versus Destroyer, but I'm not sure.
It's crazy how we just greatest American heroed our central character out of the sky. He simply fell from the sky. There's no explanation. I mean, I'm good with that in context of the kind of movie it is, but wow, huh?
Yeah. But at some point in the future, this mini Godzilla becomes Prime Godzilla after this version of Godzilla goes nuclear to save the world, essentially.
So we're going to have a retarded Godzilla next.
This Godzilla is the Godzilla from the 2000 era and the 90s. At least part of the 90s.
He becomes quite mean and stops liking humans.
Oh, yeah, he definitely develops the edge after he sees his father explode.
I guess that'll do it, right? I remember when my father exploded.
Yeah, Godzuki's only in the cartoon, the 78 cartoon. I'm still trying to get a good copy of that.
very easy to remember. Oh, I don't think they want us to see it, you know?
There
Something
are still
tells me they don't
DVDs for
want us to
sale
see
out
it.
there, but they're printed from like 2002. And they're like $400.
Jesus, it's not anywhere near worth that.
No, no.
Listen to me, fat man in your basement with like a $60 pair of 20-sided dice. You will die with every copy of those still in your possession. You're asking too much money. Drop it to 60. He does, you're right.
Kind of, yeah. But yeah, those are all private sellers. There hasn't been, as I said, there hasn't been a run in like 23 years for those DVDs, and those are just individuals. Hey, I can jack this up, and people will buy it. What do they care?
There's a lot of that going on down by the 59th Street Bridge entrance, too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's for them. It's 2,000% profit from what they originally paid for it. So,
Well, I mean, yeah, right? They videotaped it when they were like 12-year-old geeks. Somehow made it like, digital, and here we go.
yeah, but no, the official DVD release. Really, yeah, it was like 2002, I believe, was the last one. So
That's a long time ago, sir.
here's hoping someday that the official Godzilla site releases a package for it.
They'll make you buy a whole bunch of other stuff to get it, won't they, sir?
I don't know. Usually they're okay. I got a booklet for the Showa era up to 75. All the movies, the artwork, and a poster. I only paid $140 for it.
That's not so bad.
No, not too bad. I also got my little Gigan figure. So I think the total price came up to 150, 160. Oh, the rights are still broken up. Yeah, but I think is it Sony that still owns it, or Warner? I'm not sure about that one.
A few people own it, right? Because we have right now competing Godzilla franchises.
Yeah, but Toho has been in the process of trying to rein in the rights worldwide to all the Godzilla properties.
I have known.
So
I have heard of this, but they're never going to stop Roland Emmerich's Godzilla 2 coming out next year.
oh yeah, perpetually next year.
He said it again, yeah.
But yeah, see Teague tomorrow, and then we'll be back here on Wednesday for the roundtable. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.
We love you all.
Take care.